Hello and welcome to your fun and playful beginners class. You will need 2 blocks, and if you want an extra pillow, or you can also prop yourself up on the blocks if you don't have a pillow. So make sure you're nice and comfortable coming into a cross-legged position. And we'll just take a couple of mindful breaths to settle in. So you can lower your gaze or close your eyes. And bringing all of your attention and awareness into this moment by deepening the breath. Noticing the whole body rise and fall with every breath. As you soften the inside, soften all of the muscles, all of the organs on the inside with every breath. And also soften the mind. Just relax the area in and around the head space. As we set the intention here to enjoy this class, to bring a bit of lightness and playfulness with you, so you don't take yourself too seriously. Bringing the hands into prayer, taking a full inhale. Hold your breath and seal your intention as you press your palms together. Feeling a little bit of excitement and lightness surfacing. And exhale as you slowly open up your eyes. We'll start seated. We can bring one hand to the side and then roll the shoulder out and down away from the ear. So instead of rolling forwards, we're rolling backwards. And you can also turn the palm to face upward. And I just want you to lengthen through the fingertips to feel the stretch and the lengthening of the arm and the shoulder pulling down the back. Now we'll do the opposite, rolling forwards and pulling the whole shoulder with you, not just the arm and the hand. And then open and close. And one more, open and close. Now reach the arm up and shrug the shoulder up to the ear and pull it down and shrug up and down. And one more, up and down. Now keep it down and keep the arm open or in alignment with the shoulder palm facing up, and look away from the hand. Just take another 2 breaths here. Reach through a straight arm on the right. Pulling down the back, down, down. And slowly release the right arm. Shake it out. We'll do the other side. So left hand palm up. Shoulder down. And rolling forwards and closing. Making sure the whole shoulder blade is moving with you. And up. And down, or closing, and open, and closing. Open and bring the arm up and shrug it up to the ear and down away from the ear. And up, down, one more, up, down. Now keep it down. Keep the tip of the shoulder blade here pulling down, and reach the hand down in alignment with the shoulder and look away as far as you can over the opposite shoulder for another 3, 2, 1, and slowly release. Good. Now remember those movements of the arms. Let's just do one more with both arms together so that you can feel the shoulders pulling down and the fingertips are reaching away from each other. Elbows are straight, and you should feel the space here between the ears and the shoulders increasing for one more inhale. Exhale, reaching further away with the fingertips. And release and relax. Coming onto all fours. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We'll do a couple of traditional classical cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Now again, push the mat away, create that space. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, open the front body. Exhale, open the back. About 2 or 3 more. Just noticing the movement of the spine, bringing your awareness to the full stretch in every extreme position. So full cow pose, full cat pose on your exhale. Let's do one more. Good, and inhale, coming back to the center. Now bring your knees together, curl the toes under and sit back to stretch a little bit into the soles of the feet. And interlace your fingers, just gently roll them out, opening into the wrists. And then bring one hand to the front. You can pull the palm up to open the wrist and then pull the hand down to open the top of the wrist as well. Just for 1 or 2 breaths. And then we'll do the opposite side, so pulling the arm or the hand up and pulling the hand down. And coming to sit onto your pointed feet now. Just lift the knees if that's accessible. If you're feeling a deep stretch sitting like this, just sit like this. Otherwise, maybe just lift the knees for 1 or 2 breaths. Opening the front of the ankles, maybe into the shins. And coming back to all fours. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Now we'll start with your left leg, so you can flex into the foot, pull the toes up, and then lift the knee in alignment with the hip at a 90-degree angle in the knee. Inhale, lift as if you want to kick the leg into the air, donkey kick. Exhale, drop a little bit. Inhale, kick. Exhale, drop. Inhale, kick. You really want to feel the left glute switch on. Exhale, drop, and don't bring the knee out to the side. Keep the knee down and the foot flat, kicking up into the sky. Exhale, drop, and one more inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to lift the knee to circle it. So inhale, lift. Bring the knee to the side. Lift it as high as you can. Bring it up to the arm and then down. I know this is like quite intense activation in the glute. But we need this for stability in the poses to come. So about 2 more. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, open, circle down. And 1 more. Inhale, open to come down. And we'll do the other side. So right leg flexes, lifting the knee at 90 degrees. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Inhale. Exhale, keep the knee down, foot flat up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, last one. Inhale, lift. And then bring the knee up and open to the front, almost like touching the right arm and then down. Inhale, lift, open. So not only is the right glute activating now, but the left one that's stabilizing at the bottom, this leg is also working. 2 more. Last one, lift, open, and bring it down. Nice. And we'll do a little opposite knee to hand lift. So right leg lifts again. This time the left arm lifts to the front. Now shoot out with a straight right leg. Lift the belly a little bit to engage the core. Inhale here. And exhale, bring the right foot all the way to the right and place it down to the floor. So you can place the foot flat, facing forwards. I don't know if you can see, flat. And the left hand is going to thread. So inhale the left arm up, exhale, thread it under the right arm. Lower all the way to the floor. Bring the right arm up to the sky or to the floor if that's more comfortable. Or you can bring the right hand to the lower back. Taking another 2 to 3 breaths. And soften into the face and neck. And slowly bring the right hand flat next to the face. Inhale, pushing up. Lift the left arm up. And exhale, bring the left hand down. We'll do the other side. So right knee comes in. Inhale, the left leg lifts. And right arm lifts. And exhale, swing it to the sides. Left foot flat onto the floor. And right arm threads under. You can either keep the left hand flat or up to the sky or to the lower back. Relax the face and neck. And left hand comes down again. Inhale, push into the left hand. Reach the right arm up to the sky. And exhale, bring everything back under the body again. This time, sweep the feet to the front. We'll do a couple of core exercises to engage the core for poses to come. Lying down all the way, hug the knees. Maybe twirl a little bit into the ankles to open the ankles. And swap directions. And then flex into the feet. Bring the knees over the hips again, 90 degrees in the knees. Now bring the lower back. Feel the lower back pull down into the mat. So there's no space between the lower back and the floor. Bring the hands to the sides, palms down. Inhale here. Keeping the lower back flat, exhale, tap the heels to the floor. So your core is working here. Inhale, pull the legs up with your core. Exhale to tap. Inhale to lift. Exhale to tap. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And straighten the legs out. Now point your toes. Inhale, lift both feet simultaneously all the way to the sky. Straighten the legs if possible, otherwise a little bend is also fine. And pushing into the hands, exhale, bring the big toes to touch. And lower the feet a little bit, about 45 degrees. If this is too much, just do 60 degrees. Actually, this is about 60 and this is 45.
So it's up to you if you want to challenge yourself. For another 3, 2, 1. Now reach the full body up and over. So arms up and over, feet down. Hover the legs above the floor. Exhale, crunch the elbows into the knees and roll yourself up. Good. So now we're fully activated. We can start standing. Standing at the top of the mat. Bring the feet 1 foot width apart. Parallel them to the front. I think let's bring one block to this side as well. We might use it there. You can keep the other block just on the other side. Feet parallel to the front. And roll the shoulders up and then down, the back palms. Active for mountain pose. Lift the toes, spread them out and ground them back down. And just take a couple of breaths here, feeling nice and solid and connected in mountain pose. Legs straight, elbows straight. And then slowly open up the eyes. Bring your hands into prayer for Pranamasana. Thumbs connecting to the sternum bone. Shift your weight into your right foot and using the core now, lift the left knee as high as you can. Flex into the left foot so your standing leg is nice and strong. Lift, 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 lift for 2, 1, and now flexing the left foot, cross it over the right thigh, drop the left knee down for a standing figure of 4 pose. You can sink the bum back into your invisible chair and the body can come a little bit forwards to counter that balance. And find a spot on the floor to focus on for another 2, 1. And then slowly lifting the left leg again. This time I'm going to do an interstellar pose or exercise. Imagine that you're floating in space and you're just exploring all possibilities with your body. You are doing all the different kinds of movements that you can do, balancing on one leg. And just find a way to break out of this linear movement that we usually do in yoga. You can bring the hands to the floor. And then slowly step the left foot to the back at 90 degrees. And the right knee bends at 90 degrees for warrior 2. Coming back to yoga. Looking over the front middle finger, take a couple more breaths. Strong active arms down away from the shoulders. Shoulders away from the ears. Good. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Reach through the right hand and bring a block to the inside of the right foot. Now this is where I want you to pull the shoulder open. So when we did these movements, your hand will be facing so the palm is facing outwards onto the block, and your shoulder is moving down the back to open the shoulder. Instead of shrugging it in, you're opening it. Same with the top hand. Instead of rolling it in, you're opening both shoulders down away from the ear. For Trikonasana. You can either look to the side or to the top thumb. Take a couple more breaths here. And then bending your front knee to push you up slowly. Remove the block. Coming into goddess pose now, heels and toes out. Elbows at 90 degrees, knees at 90 degrees, finding a strong, solid goddess pose here. Gently lift the arches of the feet to open the knees, to open the hips. Taking another 2 to 3 breaths. Now inhale back to a star position. Parallel your feet, hands to the hips. Inhale, find length. Exhale, hinge from the hips to fold into Prasarita. You can bring the hands to a block or to the floor or to the shins. And just focus on releasing the neck completely so that there's no tension in the jaw or in the neck. You can gently just say no with your head, turning it from left to right. To release this tension and then come back to the center. Taking another 3 to 4 full breaths here. You want to straighten the legs, but you don't want to lock the legs. So if you need a micro bend in the knees, that will be the best option actually. And on your next inhale, lifting the chest. Toe, heel, the feet a little bit closer. Heels and toes out, sitting the bum down for Malasana. Knees opening with the elbows gently pushing them out. Shoulders again down the back, finding that length into the crown of the head. And then I'll give you a little challenge here. Now see if you can separate the hands and bring them up and over next to the ears. If your hands are here, that's okay. We're aiming to bring them up. Take another 2 breaths. And on your third inhale, push into the feet to stand all the way up. Come to the top of your mat. Lift the chest as you keep reaching, and exhale, bring the palms to touch to the center of the chest. Back to Pranamasana. Now we'll do the other side. So I'm simply going to switch sides so that I keep facing the camera, but you can keep facing the same side. Shifting the weight into the left leg now. See if you can lift the right knee into the chest as high as you can. Engage the core. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, flex the right foot, cross it over the left thigh. Drop the right knee for a figure of 4. And sit your bum back into your invisible chair. Now, interstellar, inhale to lift and explore. You're floating in space. And you're exploring. Maybe you're falling. Your standing leg is working really hard. And place the right foot at 90 degrees for warrior 2. Nice and deep, bend on the left, arms long. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Reach through the left hand and grab a block inside of the left foot. And again, roll the shoulder open here, because without the block, your hands should be facing out. So even if you place it on the block, your hand is still technically facing out. Top shoulder also rolling open, finding length. Looking either to the top thumb or simply to the side if the neck is strained. Bending the left knee a little bit and remove the block so you can stand up. Bring the left toes in and exhale into goddess pose. And this time, keep the legs nice and solid. And again, explore with the upper body only. So the upper body is like fluid, like water. And the lower body is like a strong pillar holding you. And let's go, inhale back to start position. Now you can toe heel the feet in a little bit and exhale, sitting into Malasana, hands come to the chest. Slowly open the eyes. So we're going to play a little bit here. Bring 2 blocks in front of you, under your hands. So now that your knees are already touching your upper arms, imagine they are glued to your upper arms. So they're not moving now. Although I think better to roll the body forwards a little bit so that you don't have this super straight spine anymore. But you're hunching forwards a little bit, but the knees are staying on the upper arms. Your hands are coming to blocks. And you're lifting your pelvis. So it's a little bit like Bakasana, because your elbows are not bending to the sides, they are bending backwards. And yes, it is Bakasana preparation, but we're not going into the pose because you won't be able to with the blocks under the hands. But I just want you to feel the elbows bending back and the knees connecting to the upper arms here and the bum quite high. And just lift your heels if you can, or if you can't lift your heels, then rock back and forth. Even if you can, just rock into the hands a little bit, just putting pressure into the hands and into the upper body, and then rock back again. So this is the only little preparation drill that I want you to practice, is mainly the knees connecting to the upper arms. And this is quite a challenging position because your hands are now raised. And then slowly sit down, remove the blocks, straighten the legs and just give them a break. I wanted you to be a little bit restricted there so that by the next preparation drill, you might feel a little bit more ease and space coming into the pose. So this time, your feet are on the blocks. Same thing, you can start in Malasana so that you have this nice connection with the knees on the upper arms. Your hands has to be flat. You can't lift parts of your hands or think that you will do it on your fingertips. Hands need to be flat and your elbows are bending backwards. Chaturanga arms. Now, because your feet are lifted, you have a little bit more space to play. So lifting the hips is essential to now shift the weight into the upper arms. Now you can engage the core, and by engaging the core, you can also curl the back like a cat stretch, because then it really crunches and engages the lower abdominal muscles. So curling the back and resting the knees on the upper arms. You can now shift forwards and back. If this is your level that you're at, that's perfectly fine. If you want to move to the next level, you can hold the weight in the hands and then maybe lift one toe off of the block, or maybe the other toe off of the block, and play with that. If you want to move on to the third level, you can try both feet lifting and big toes touching. So core, inner thighs, everything is active, arms are holding. And exhale, coming back. And release and relax. Release the blocks. Roll the feet in and out. And if you didn't get to do Bakasana today, don't worry. You just did all of the preparation, and you can build on those foundations to then later move into the crow pose easily. So we'll do a little cool down. Come to lie on your back. I'm just going to remove these blocks. Hug the knees into the chest. If it feels good, you can bring the hands to the tops of the knees and gently circle the knees over the hips to push into the sacrum bone and give it a bit of a massage. Swapping sides. Hugging the right knee in, straighten the left, and bring the right knee to the left for a gentle, easy twist. Straightening and lengthening the right arm out, palm up. And slowly come back to the center. Hug the right knee, hug the left leg. Straighten the right leg. And bring the left knee all the way to the right for a gentle twist. Open the left arm, palm up. Slowly coming back to the center. Hug both knees. And last pose is dead bug pose. Lift your arms and your legs and shake them out. Shake out all the last bit of tension and worry and distractions and the stress from the body. Shake, 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 shake. Inhale, reach, exhale, soften into Shavasana. I almost said Navasana, that's not going to be pleasant. Let's relax the arms into Shavasana. Sensing the whole body release and relax to take rest for the final pose. You can gently bring your awareness back to your breath. Moving the toes and the fingers. And slowly hug the knees. And roll to your right. And when you're ready, pushing yourself up to sit. Just taking a moment with your eyes closed to feel your new state of mind and a new level of lightness in the body. And you can slowly open your eyes to bring the hands to prayer, bow our heads in gratitude. Namaste.